Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Divine. I'm like so lost for words right now. Like there's literally there's like a plethora. Big word, by the way. Look that shit up. There is a plethora of things that I want to say about this game, but it's like it'll hit it on the money, but it's not exactly what I'm trying to like bring home. Like, you know what I mean? Like this game, after they dropped like the second or third patch, and then there was another patch to fix the other one because that patch that they recently released fucked something up. This game has turned into an utter shit show. There has been so much bullshit that's been going on with the instant block sheds and the fact that guys are able to run 2 and 3 of the same fucking plays back to back, and there is no kind of idea as to what the hell is going on. The same guys getting hit over and over, and they make it seem like computer has no idea what the fuck is going on, regardless of what its ratings are. Like, what I want to understand, what I want to know is why exactly is this game set only to competitive? Now, that's a pretty what's the fucking word I'm looking for? A rhetorical question. But what I want to know is why is it set to competitive only? The way that this game is built, it's built on a competitive base. That's what it's built off of. And I dare Rex to say some bullshit talking about, oh no, we built it off of a sim standpoint first. No, the fuck you did not, because you actually built it off of a simulation standpoint. This shit wouldn't be fucking happening. I wouldn't be ranting as hard as I am about this fucking game that I'm doing now. It's like, whenever you guys keep getting nagged at by these game changers, you're literally listening to the game changers only. You're not listening to the people that it matters the most to. You got Ryan Moody, you got Dollar Jr., you got me, you got Resolve when he was making shit, you got LT Magic, you got BB Resurrect. You had a shit ton of people giving you the real when it came down to how a football game should be made, and you didn't like that. So you let the game changers be your eyes. The game changers tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you, and you'll go ahead and run with that shit. The game changers from last year, they hated it because they couldn't do the cheesy shit that they could do all day long because the zones were tight. The pass coverage was tight. The running was tight. But now all of a sudden it's that, all right, we got you guys next year. So you guys decide that you're gonna get the instant block sheds, the lackadaisical coverage in defense, the also redundant plays, the dink and dunk plays, and just the fact that if you play the game like it's supposed to be, you get penalized for that. If I try to play it with some sense, I get penalized for that shit. This game is a fucking joke. If you go to my Twitter, I posted a video and I basically showed me talking about how I hated this game. Like right now, it's not even on my system anymore. I deleted the game. There's no, and I said this right here in the video also. There's no update. There's no there's nothing you can tell me. There's no update that you can put with this game that can make it to where it's functionable now. This game was a fucking joke from the start. You release it early on a Tuesday when it normally comes out on a Tuesday. You release it early on a Tuesday, but you try to say, oh, it's coming out on Friday. But if you pay us an extra $10 or $20, you can get it early on Tuesday. Bull fucking shit. Because it normally comes out on Tuesday. But they try to fake it like, oh, it comes out Friday. But no, you can play it early on Tuesday. Bullshit. Anyway, so you got that. And then when the game comes out, it's broken beyond fucking repair. So you decide that to push this game out the way it is, your Q&A team is shit. You guys want a competitive player to come in here and test your game out. You want them to do that. So okay, so whenever you get these guys in here, these guys aren't simulation. These guys aren't simulation savvy. They don't give a fuck about simulation. You guys always want to hold this shit to a high standard of a authentic simulation football game, Rex. And I'm gonna continue to hold you to that shit because your big fucking mouth sat there and said that, oh, we're creating an authentic football simulation game, and you have not strayed away from that phrase. So I'm gonna hold you to that every time. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't get mad at me for repeating what you said, because you said that shit. So don't try to backtrack on that shit now. Anyway, so this game, like I said, this game was built off of a competitive base. And also another thing is, every year that they make this shit, every time they have like a good foundation or a base that's set, they tear it down and they rebuild it up with something new. Every year. Give you an example, with Madden 25, we all talked about how the defense was non-existent. Madden 15, Richard Sherman's on the cover, they buffed the shit out of the defense. So offense was hella hard to do, but defense, you could throw a pick or fucking cause a turnover at any given point. And then you also got then we talked about offense was weak. So 16, Odell Beckham was on the cover. What do y'all do? You give us the aggressive catching and the possession catching, the rat catching, and you buff all that shit up. Then we talked about how on 16, this shit was just ridiculous. The offense was ridiculous. They couldn't fucking catch nothing. We talked about how basically the offense is overpowered. So 17, y'all decide to even it out, but the mechanics that you turn into, that's really just a regular control map. You take that, turn it into a mechanic, and then once you do that, you buff it. So now the SWAT mechanic the SWAT button is ridiculously buffed. So anytime a nigga go up for a pass, all you gotta do is hold square or X, whatever system you play on, and he swats it down instantly. Like, it's sad that you guys claim that shit is organic, but yet I've seen times where it'd be a one-on-one thing, and I'll see a guy literally will morph or motion shift to a position so a two-man animation can occur, and just so that it happens, you'll motion shift them together. So you'll say, oh yeah, this is a two-man DB wide receiver interaction. This game is a fucking joke, bro. It's just a fucking embarrassment to the NFL. Rex, I cannot believe you literally sit here and think that you made the great product. You did the right thing. These game changers don't know shit about football. I looked at these Mad Championship dudes like Skimbo and all these guys. They run the most generic shit I've ever seen in my life, and you got the nerve to call these guys competitive? Just because they call a couple formations and do a couple hot routes, that makes it competitive now? Rex, I've seen so many times where my guys will literally stop running in place, or my guy will be coming down, he'll be coming down to somebody and have a perfect angle, and he'll literally start backpedaling. There be times where there be times where I'm diving on somebody, he'll dive in the opposite direction. This game is a fucking joke. It is a straight joke. How do you feel about releasing such a shit product like this, but then you're willing to block somebody when they start getting your ass about this shit? You know, with all this going on, it makes a lot of sense why Ryan Moody isn't a game changer, because you won't be able to stand the heat that he keeps giving y'all. Not trying to, ride Ryan Moody's nutsack and nothing like that, pause. But, I'm just saying, it's the truth. And anybody else who's grilling up EA in the same fashion or form, it's the proof is in the pudding, bro. This game is a fucking joke, straight up and down. There's no way in hell you're gonna sit here and prove to me that, oh yeah, this is our best work. Why? Because you got this Frostbite engine in here. The Frostbite engine is a graphical mod. That's all it is. And then the reach tackling for the blocking, all it is a big suction cup. That's all it is. That's really all it is. This game is a joke. This game is just a big joke, man. That's really what it is. I'm done with Madden at this point right now. I'm finished. I'm done. There's literally nothing else I can do. You know what I'm saying? I hate the fact that they brought 3v3 back, but they only made it for Madden Ultimate Team. Now, I know people might say, well, you don't have to have an Ultimate Team just to play the shit. Okay, true enough. But see, also, if you don't have an ultimate team and you just play with just a head coach or whatever, that mode alone is coaxing you into getting in the ultimate team, because you see all these players with these 92 overall players, with 92 Randy Moss and, you know, Brian Dawkins and all these fucking players. It's gonna coax you into where you gonna want to start an ultimate team. So they ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing but feeding into their pockets right there. I solemnly swore that I would not put another dime into Madden until they got this shit right. And I'm also gonna say this on record. This is my last year of buying Madden. This is the worst fucking football game I've ever played in my life. I've never felt so cheated playing a football game that's supposed to be quote unquote a simulation based football game. I've never felt so fucking lied to ever in my life. There's nothing competitive about a guy running 2 or 3 of the same plays, sitting in one coverage, and that stops everything. I've never seen such hypocrisy being displayed in this game. If a guy can sit and cover 4, drop 2 all game long, if I go on defense and do that shit, something's wide open. He's scoring on me every time. I can have the same players as this man. He can run man and clamp my players down when they can beat him off the press. But when I do the same exact thing to him, my guys just they can't stand the heat. They blow by him every time. What? So you call that competitive? So you can have a guy do spin moves left and right, and matter of fact, that throws me to my next point. But let me finish. That you can have a guy do a spin move and shake 3 players at one time, no matter where they are. Now back to the mechanics. Why do you take a juke move that was originally just a juke move? You know what I'm saying? Catch him off balance. Why would you take a juke move and turn it into a mechanic? And on top of that, making it levels. Level 1, 2, and 3 juke. So I do a juke, and no matter where I am, it throws me into an unrealistic, overly exaggerated ass fake out that should not even be happening. Same thing with a spin. I've seen a guy literally run down the field and spin straight up the field, and my guy just act like he couldn't grab him with a ridiculous ass fake out. And y'all call that skill. Y'all call that stick skill. Rex, you should be fired on some real shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I understand that you're just a director. Clint should be the one that we're going after. Clint, I'm speaking to you directly. Now I'm talking to you directly. It's a shame that when we show you these instant block sheds, the first thing that you bring up is slide protection. Use the ID the mic. Well, what about your players in their ratings? I've had guys that were no stronger than my men on the line, and every time I run by them, either I'm scrambling or running the ball, they instantly slide off my men as if they don't exist. But yet you're willing to put the blame on me instead of looking into the issue yourself and seeing that, damn, that is unrealistic. And you know what? That brings up another good point. I don't think you guys play online enough, or y'all don't play online at all, to understand what we're going through and what we're seeing. Rex, you don't play online. Clint, I know you don't play online. Rex, for sure, I know you don't play online, because whenever you're playing on online, Rex, anytime you was playing Madden, you was always playing a pickup game where you was playing a franchise. That's not online, Rex. We need you to get out there and get in the field. How are you going to make a game or have your hand in the game and you're not even playing it yourself? That makes no sense to me. But Clint, it's sad, bro, because you played football. You played for the Redskins. Not sure what position you played, but I think you were on defense. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the comment section. But yeah, you played for the Redskins for a little while, if I'm correct. So why is the blocking so twisted the way they are? So basically what you're telling me is I need to spend money on a player that I need to spend money on a 90 plus player that does what an 85 overall player is doing, or 80 overall player is doing. So this whole thing is just a grand scheme to get more money from out of us. Listen to me and listen to me well. Mud Guru, Marcus, AJ, Rex, Clint, listen to me and listen to me well. I'm not spending another fucking dime on your product. Ever. I was about to say at all or no more, but ever. Because you guys don't give a shit about nobody else except the ones who make you the money. That's it. There's no way in hell I'm gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sit here and literally get pissed at this game, knowing the fact that matter of fact, hold on, let me rephrase it. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna sit here and literally keep playing Madden, knowing the fact that not everybody is being thought about. Just because you got 3 separate game styles, that doesn't mean that you thought about us. You did that just to appease the people that asked for this game to be in a certain style. This game wasn't built off of a simulation, an authentic simulation football base. Because if it was, this shit wouldn't be happening. I wouldn't be getting insta sheds all day long. I wouldn't be getting drop possession passes and then get a banner talk about low catch rating. I understand that patch was supposed to fix that, but still. This game is a fucking joke, man. There's no way of getting around this shit. But, you know, that's just my 2 cents, man. But as of right now, fucking done with Madden, man. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna cover this shit. I still got some clips of this. I still got some clips of me playing it, me raging, so I'll probably upload those. You know, I don't know when I'll upload them, but, you know, just keep on the lookout for them. But I'm going to wrap this video on up, man. Make sure that you spread this everywhere, man. Make sure Rex and Clint see this, because I'm done. I'm beyond done. Like, you've lost me as a customer, dead ass. Like there ain't no way of getting around it. You lost me as a customer, and I really mean this from the heart when I say to everybody at EA, including Rex, Clint, AJ, Marcus, and whoever else that had their hand in this game. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Fuck you. It's your boy Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.